Have you ever spent time with someone and then felt completely drained afterwards? Like you meet them for coffee, talk for an hour, by the time you leave, you're exhausted. Your mood has dropped, your energy is gone, and somehow now their problems are living rent free in your head. Many people call these individuals energy vampires. Now, I don't mean they are evil or intentionally trying to harm you. In many cases, they don't even realize what they're doing. But astrology gives us some very interesting clues about why certain people constantly take energy from others and why some people seem to attract them again and again. So today, bane raho mere saath and we'll talk about what creates an energy vampire. What are the astrological signs? Who tends to attract them? And most importantly, how to protect your energy. Honestly, being everyone's therapist, healer, rescuer, emotional support human, it's tiring. If you are that, then this video is for you. Most energy vampires aren't bad people. They're often people that carry deep emotional wounds, insecurities, unresolved trauma. Because they haven't learned how to create emotional stability within themselves, they unconsciously seek it from other people. In astrology, a few placements sometimes show this pattern. First of all, check out where your Pluto is. Pluto is connected to power, control, fear and transformation. When Pluto is heavily challenged and the person hasn't done any inner work, they might be over controlling. They might have this very big fear of losing control. As a result, they can become emotionally intense, manipulative, and demanding without even realizing it. Everything becomes about their crisis, their emotions, their needs. Then now let me talk about Neptune. Neptune in its ideal form rules compassion, imagination, boundaries. When Neptune is operating at its lower expression, people may fall into the victim mindset. There always seems to be some new problem, some new emergency, some new drama, and somehow everyone around them gets pulled together to solve it. Another very important point to notice is disconnected Sun or Mars energy. Sun represents vitality, identity. Mars is drive, motivation. When people feel disconnected from these energies, they often look outside themselves for validation, for motivation, for emotional support. Instead of generating their own energy, they depend on others to provide it. Now, here's the interesting part. Energy vampires do not attach themselves to just anyone. They tend to look for and find people with specific energy patterns. If you have planets in the 12th house, especially Sun, Moon, Venus, you may naturally absorb what other people are feeling. You are natural born empaths. You don't just notice someone's pain, you feel it. You can walk into a room and immediately sense who is hurting, who is stressed, who is struggling. The challenge is that you might start carrying the emotional baggage as if it's your own responsibility. Another natural born empath is a person with strong Pisces and Neptune energy. Pisces is very compassionate. So is Neptune. People born under these signs have huge hearts. They genuinely want to help. The problem is sometimes they believe that love means saving people. They see someone in a problem and then they immediately their brain goes to, maybe I can fix them. Unfortunately, this attracts people who are looking for someone else to carry their emotional load. And these Pisces Neptune energy wale people, they end up lugging a whole lot of others on themselves. And then there are some people who are natural givers. Venus Neptune, Moon Pluto connections, Venus Neptune connections. These aspects often create people who are, love deeply and give endlessly. Sometimes they can confuse love with sacrifice, and they have very traumatic or unhealthy codependent relationships. You know why? Because they feel guilty walking away. Or maybe they feel that being a good friend means listening to the same problem over and over again, even if they realize that the other person is just talking about the problem and not doing anything to cure himself of it. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The relationship between an empath and an energy vampire is a two-way street. The energy vampire needs someone to lean on, and the empath needs to feel needed. Many highly sensitive people secretly tie their self-worth to helping others. They feel needed, they feel valued when they are rescuing, they're fixing, they're healing, they're supporting someone. So they leave the door open. That is the biggest karmic lesson people with empathetic Neptunes and the 12th house have to learn. Compassion does not mean unlimited access. You can care about someone without carrying them. You can love someone without saving them. That is something that one has to learn. You cannot support someone without sacrificing your own peace. You can support someone without sacrificing your own peace. So how do you protect yourself? Now let me tell you the interesting thing. Saturn is your answer to protection. You know why? Because Saturn is a planet of boundaries. Saturn teaches us to say no. Not every problem is yours to solve. Not every person is your responsibility. When someone starts to emotionally dump on you, try saying, I hear what you're saying, and I trust you'll find the right solution. Don't become the solution. Just keep space for that person, but do not get involved in that person's life. Notice the difference. You're being compassionate, but you're not taking ownership of their problem. Remember, you are a human being. You have limited energy. You are not an emotional charging station. You're not a free therapy service. You're not responsible for carrying everybody's baggage. Now, do you have strong Neptune, Pisces, or 12th house placements? Have you dealt with energy vampires in your life? Remember, energy is a finite source. As long as there is energy, you have the drive, you can live your life. But if you serve your energy out like a buffet table, then you are going to attract energy vampires. So stay alert. If you need one-on-one help on how to break this pattern, how to stop being the emotional dumping ground for everybody, get in touch with me and we can have a session together. Tell me about your experiences about emotional vampires. Are you an empath? Do you think so? Do let me know. As always, like, share and subscribe. Press the bell icon And if you find this video helpful, or if you feel that somebody needs to see this video, do share it with them. Until next time, protect your energy, honor your boundaries, take care of yourselves.